Abby Hicks. I am a man who has learned a lot. Most of us are. And what I mean by that is this is going to step on a few coattails, but shirt tails, a few blue suede shoes. I'm a man who's finally learned the most important things that a man needs to learn. And it was hard coming. I'm 63 years old and I was an atheist. 24 years of my life. And I was raised in absolute poverty and ignorance. So what is it that's so important that I've learned? That the creator of the universe, Jesus Christ, He is God. He came here Himself in the form of a man, as a man, just like you and me, and died on that cross so that we could be redeemed, so that we could be purchased. Now, I don't know all the ins and outs of why God does what He does, and no one does. Frankly, I care less and less. I want to share what I've learned, because it's the only thing that really matters. Truly is, and I believe this was the psalm in one of the Psalms. It's in Job, I recall, as well. I believe it's also in Ecclesiastes. Wisdom is fearing God. Now, what does that mean? It means understanding the consequences of disobeying His moral law and His commandments. That's what I've learned. But then, I've learned how petty most of my life has been, focusing on so many useless things. Well, I could have been helping my Lord, bringing people to the Gospels of Jesus Christ, to the truth. I often see Army buddies, either online or I meet veterans. I'm shocked because of the change in me, of how cliquish these men can be, how self-important they can be, based on nothing more than their military service. Besides, I have a different take on that. If you towed the line, I don't care. I do not care if you stormed the beaches at Normandy, or if you carried a typewriter in one of those Goonie birds and never saw a bit of combat in your life. You towed the line. You handed your nutsack and, I shouldn't say it like that. You handed your equipment to the Army and said, here, they're yours. Do what you will with them. Use them as you see fit. So anybody who towed the line did a great, valuable service to their nation, their country. And I don't care what your politics are. And I don't care if you were infantry or if you worked in the finance office. You towed the line. So I recognize the difference between, because I lived it. I'm retired military. I recognize there's a great big difference between the people who left the wire when I was in Afghanistan and the people who stayed in the wire, who never left. I recognize that as well. I'm not belittling that. What I'm saying is we are still men and we're still subject to judgment, and God doesn't care if we left the wire or not. He does not give one rat's behind about our military service. He cares about our hearts. He cares about what we have become, what we have learned. Are we born again? And what that means is, have we accepted, based on all the overwhelming evidence, that intelligent design is real? That the gargantuan nature of this universe was created by God. 4 trillion galaxies that we can see, and that's as far as we can see. There's probably, it could be infinite. There's a lot more than 4 trillion galaxies. Our Creator, God, Jesus, created that. The evidence is overwhelming, so why, I ask you, my friends, do you harbor any of these idiotic notions of cliquishness? Yes, we're different. We're different people. We're different men. We're different women. But I promise you, not you, not I, not one of us are even slightly better than the other person in any way, because our judge is Jesus, and only he will care. He's not going to care that if you were liked, or if you made friends, or if you were awkward, or what is that word that Bill Clinton is? Bill Clinton was, what did they use? He had gravitas. He also was, I can't remember the word, but he had something. Charisma. Was that it? I don't care if you have charisma or if you're like Urkel in reality. I'm extending my hand to you. Forget this world. Yeah. Vote like you're supposed to. Obey the laws. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, but give to God what belongs to God. And when you look at me, and if you hear commentary about me, or if you look at my past and you judge me by that, oh, I don't like him because he's this, or he was that. That is the most childish and idiotic thing, because my Lord judges me completely differently. Look at me as if how he looks at me. I'm wonderfully made, says God. And so are you. The only thing that makes us ugly is disobeying his law as we live. Remember the golden rule? Treat them as you wish to be treated. That goes along with the greatest commandment. Remember the lawyer asked, what is the greatest commandment? And Jesus said, love God the Father with all your heart, all your mind, all your heart, all your strength. I probably said heart twice. But he didn't stop. He said, and the second one is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. Treat them as you wish to be treated. And he didn't stop there. Because all of my law, and all of my prophets, meaning the book, the Bible, those 66 books that we too often ignore, all my law and all my prophets are according to these two, or hang on these two commandments. So, I freely admit, I don't like noisy kids. And if I don't hang around, it's part of it is because I can't stand noisy kids, having nothing to do with anyone's personality. It's just the screeching, destructive nature of kids these days. I despise it. I'm sorry. If you have kids with you, don't invite me. I'm not coming. I'm sorry. That may be a character flaw. And if you want to invite me and engage me, I'm there. But if you want to invite me someplace and then you pretend that I'm not there and that I don't exist, or you're going to talk behind my back, because you're better than I am after all, aren't you? Based on mankind's social notions. Well, I'll tell you something that a woman once told me many, many years ago. Get over yourself. By the way, I pray that she finds you, my dear God. I pray that she finds you. But anyways, she once told me to get over yourself, and I have never forgotten it. It took me a long time to live it, but I knew what it meant right away, and it was hurtful, because it was true. I had not learned to get over myself. So that's what I'm saying to all of you now, and thank you, by the way. My fellow traveler from way back then. Way back when. So get over yourself. My name is Bobby Hicks. Send me a text. Give me a call. Leave a message, because if I don't know who it is, I'm not picking up. I don't want somebody to, because you know these calls these days. I'm sorry, this is a tangent. I'm getting off subject. Not too long ago, some prank fraud called me and said, "Oh, we're from the Wassa Wassa County Sheriff Association. Please donate." Oh yeah, let me give you my credit card. Get over yourself. Let's live. We don't have to change our lives a whole lot. We have to change our behavior and our hearts. Let's live our lives in Christ Jesus. And then someday we'll all meet up on that beautiful shore. My name is Bobby Hicks. And may God bless you. Oh, I'm getting old as the hills.